Here from Stephen Bondi, Al. Salute to everybody in the chat once again. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Tests on Karl-Anthony Towns' thumb revealed a bone chip in addition to the sprain. New York Post has learned. Surgery isn't necessary, and the plan is for Towns to play with the chip. He isn't available tonight because of swelling from the sprain and is considered day-to-day. And that's what I thought today when I was on with Sky Zoo. Like, I felt like he was out today because it probably swelled up on him after the Detroit game. He's probably playing on adrenaline, so you're not really feeling it. But after the game, it probably blew up on him, and so he missed this game. But, yeah, that's the verdict on Karl-Anthony Towns, man. Your thoughts?
Well, they also mentioned that he'll be able to play through it through the remainder of the season. It's on his left hand, is it not?
I believe so. I don't know if it's on his shooting hand. Let's see. I believe it is on his left hand. Let me double check on that in the article.
So if it's not on his shooting hand, that's a good sign. That's good too, right? So he'll be able to play effectively. Obviously, going to have to deal with some pain. You know, the thing is that players are going to see that. It's going to be bandaged up, so they're going to try to swipe at the hand, cause a little discomfort, try to get him thinking about, the injury while he's in the game. But it's a good sign that he will be able to play through it and not have to miss much time, right? Maybe just give him a little time to rest, recover. But thankfully, it's not serious enough where he'll be missing games,
It's on his right hand.
It's on his right hand?
Yeah. Well, it looks like in the picture he's holding his right hand. I'm almost positive.
Ooh, if it's on the right hand, that'll be interesting. I wonder how he manages that if it's a shooting hand then.
Yeah. It looks like it's a shooting hand. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just looking at a picture. I don't have.
They're saying in the chat it's his
right hand.
So,
right hand.
So if it's right hand, then that's going to be interesting. I wonder how he's going to have to modify shooting then.
Yeah.
Take back the whole thing about shooting. I'm interested to see how he's going to be if he modifies his game. Do you get even closer to the basket? Do you reduce even? He's not even taking that many threes while currently this season. So if he's not taking that many threes, is he going to even drop? Is that even going to drop?
Well, I would
to the basket.
I would think he's going to take more threes as to try not to bang and have people kind of swipe down on his hand.
Are you going to get enough? I don't know. I don't know what the taping is. Are you going to have a good enough grip on the ball where you're going to be able to shoot effectively? I mean,
does that impact his efficiency?
Yeah, let's not forget that last game he did airball a shot. He doesn't usually airball a three.
Yeah,
but he airballed a three.
Well, yeah,
because he's thinking about the pain.
That's true.
And he knocked down the next one afterwards. But I wonder if that affects his efficiency from downtown. And that's why I'm thinking, even if you're playing down low, it's an easier shot attempt for him. He's been working so well on the paint. Maybe you go in that direction. I know that he may want to, shy away from the contact and not damage it any further, but that's where he'll be most. That to me, I feel like that's where he would be most effective. I wonder how this all plays out for him.
Orthopedic surgeon over at NYU Langone Health about what could be going on with Karl-Anthony Towns' thumb. Doc, how you feeling this morning? Thanks for hopping on with us.
I'm feeling great. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Oh, man. What did it go to an ad? Hang on.
It feels like last week we were talking about Karl-Anthony Towns' jumper's knee. It's like the man's got 9 lives, but you only got 2 thumbs. And you've worked alongside NBA players before, and I'm sure you've seen guys get hurt and go back into the game. But did it kind of concern you to see him attempt to play through the thumb injury?
Brandon, players always want to go back in the game, and it's our job as team docs to help them do that. But at the same time, we also have to protect them from going back in too early and putting themselves at risk. So when determining if a player can go back, it's our primary goal to determine if they would be putting themselves at greater risk of injury. So for ligament injuries of the fingers, there are some sideline tests you can do to assess where on the spectrum of severity that injury is, ranging from a sprain, like it sounds like in this case, to a complete rupture. So the Knicks have a really competent medical team. I'm sure they performed those tests. So honestly, I wasn't concerned when I saw him go back in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially with him being, the blockbuster trade. You're playing at the guard. You want to show that New York grit and toughness. But I guess what's going to be the best or worst case scenarios for Cat with this thumb sprain? Do you expect him to miss any time? Should they shut him down?
Yeah, so the term sprain relates to the injury to the ligament ranging from a stretch to a complete rupture. And when they use the term sprain, like in the injury report, they're usually meaning it's on the lower end of the spectrum and more of a stretch as opposed to a complete tear. So in that situation, the best case scenario would be maybe missing no time and even playing tonight, which is certainly possible. However, as any of us that have actually played basketball know, there's a whole spectrum of jammed fingers which you can have, and they're not all created equally. So sometimes it takes a couple days to get back in to have full form.
Let's talk about, because we always talk about professional athletes, and we get the best doctors like you and the best trainers. But for your weekend warriors or your guys that hoop at the YMCA or 24-hour fitness, they don't get that type of professional treatment. So for those who aren't professional athletes, would their recovery from a thumb sprain differ, or would it kind of be similar?
So I really love that question because I get patients all the time with injuries that.
All right, we can call that. I mean, we don't have to talk about everyday athletes. So basically, he said, hey, it could be day to day, or he could play on it. I'm sure it's just a tolerance thing, and whether the swelling goes down.
Yeah, that's it. I think you summed it up perfectly. There's nothing more to really add to that. It's like
there we go.
How he feels.
All right, there we go. Hospital for special surgery. Hit me up, man. Dr. Franchise got you. Rest.
Oh, good Lord. Oh,
rest
no.
Or play Friday. But if we rock with KnicksFanTV, we're playing. We got Julius. We got Dante and them coming into the Garden on Friday night. Friday night Knicks. Robert Randolph and all that. We got to do it just to get there, Al. We trying to get this W, man. We can't have Dante and Julius and Ant-Man and them getting revenge. We need a big bodega out there against his old team. We're going to bring it up, wrap it up, cast it up. We'll be ready to go, man.